Hi all, very good evening to you all. I hope I am audible. Can someone say hi if I'm audible in chat? Due to some security reason, I just muted everyone. So just say yes in chat. So at least I come to know you guys can hear me. All right, thanks Ritesh, Madhavan. Yes, thank you so much guys for just confirmation. So let's start. I hope you guys are doing great today and excited to start a new journey about the Fortinet firewall, right? So the training is going to live training, right, on weekdays on the same time, and we are officially starting from this week. Gradually, we'll go very slow, but yes, once we having the very good foundation, we having the very good understanding, then we'll move to the very deeper dive about to understand the technology, right? So today's session more about in English. We can talk in Hindi as well. So उसमें टेंशन की बात नहीं है. But later on, once we stop doing the public batches like the open, like in, I mean to say like the likewise the webinar, then we have to do whatever the language you guys are feel like the Hindi or English will go with that pace only. Okay. So just digest, try to digest today and put your all queries in chat. Okay. Due to some security reason, I just muted for the everyone because it's a public batch. So, a lot of people are watching. So can, have the multiple, destruction during this, all discussion. And later stage when I have done some discussion about the basic fundamental, I'll open that and we'll have a like live interaction as well as per you guys, if you want. Okay, start. So welcome you all in the GuiNet technology, right? And in this platform, we having the various kind of the trainings, like you guys having any kind of the Cisco related training, like the SDWAN, like CCNA, CCNP, CCI, Versa SDWAN, G scalars, Viptela, Palo Alto, and cloud-based training, Checkpoint and F5. And today we are discussing about the Fortinet. So soon you will see the Fortinet also here. So we are dealing with the different trainings. And anything if you guys feel like I need to upgrade myself, just try to contact us. We'll definitely help you out, right? All right, so it was just short introduction about the training, right? And I'll be your instructor and I'll be throughout the session. I'll help you, I'll guide you, I'll mentor you to just understand this technology. So we have the one of the session in the last week, I believe, and that was a very basic session. We have done discussion about the Fortinet firewall, where I explain about the what is a Fortinet and what is a FortiGate. So I'll quickly review that, right? And I'll quickly brief about that, all those things. But I'll try to cover new things today. So at least you guys having the new kind of the flavor to understand about the more about the product. So until we not have the product understanding, until we not have the clear objective of the, what actually we want to do, then it's very difficult to digest something which is your future goal. So our objective should be very clear. What would be our objective and how we are going to achieve those objective. So that step by step objective I'm going to discuss. We'll make a plan, we'll try to work together, and we'll try to achieve those plans, right? This is like how it is going to happen. So it's very collaborative, like you guys collaborate with me and I'll going to collaborate with you all, and we'll have the open discussion. We'll try to understand each other pain area, and we'll try to focus and work on those pain area, and we'll try to uh, give some kind of the uh, like idea how those pain areas can be mitigated, right? So let's start. So as we know, FortiGate is the product, right? FortiGate is the product, and Fortinet is the company. So once we talk about the Fortinet, so Fortinet is one of the company. Likewise, the Palo Alto is a company, Cisco is a company. Similarly, Fortinet is a company. In this company, we having the lot of FortiGate kind of the products. So one of the product which we are going to cover here, that is the FortiGate product, right? So you can just think about this is the FortiGate firewall. So this product we are going to cover today, but we having the n number of products. Like you can find the 40 switch, 40 AP, that is access point. 40 might be, you'll see the routing stuff that is included in the firewall itself. So no special router is going to be required. If you want to get the 40 clients, 40 managers, so a lot of product we have. Let me just quickly show you. I'm not going to re-discuss those things because I have already discussed in the past, but I'm just showing you quickly. Later on we'll have the very deep dive discussion, but as we are just understanding the product, so let's have the not this slide. Let me yeah. So So if I go here, you'll find that we having a lot of product here. So we having the 40 analyzer, we having the 40 CNP, 40 Deceptor, 40 security, 40 gate cloud, we having the 40 IRDR, 40 Ethernet switching also, native firewall also. So a lot of product, 40 SD-WAN, you can see 40 SIEM, right? 40 trust identity. So for different purpose, they have introduced different product. So all product we are not going to cover because every company having a lot of product. So as per our in like need, my need is to understand the FortiGate firewall. So we'll cover and we'll just discuss and focus about the FortiGate firewall. So once we start the FortiGate firewall, right, about this particular course content, so we have to understand what is the basically FortiGate. So one thing you have to digest it. FortiGate is the company. Sorry, Fortinet is the company, and FortiGate is the one of the product. So this first thing you have to digest it. So always people confuse what is a Fortinet, what is a FortiGate. So you just have to take this your note in your mind. Fortinet is just a company, and they develop one of the product that is a FortiGate firewall. And those firewall understanding we are going to get throughout the session. So now the question is coming, why this Fortinet? Why this firewall, right? And why this FortiGate firewall come in a picture? And similarly, this question is going to other vendor as well. Likewise, you are just thinking about the Palo Alto, you are thinking about the Cisco. So if any product you are going to understand, so you just have to like understand why this product is basically come in a picture. What was the problem area, and what kind of the problem area it is going to be cover that. So the problem area was, right, whatever the product we have right now, like was the any firewall you can think about it, not only the FortiGate, we're just discussing about the basic firewall fundamentals, right? So here if I'm going to write basic firewall fundamentals, so any firewall you can think about it, not FortiGate, not Fortinet, not Palo Alto, not ASA, not other vendor firewalls. You can just think about the any security component which having the functionality of the firewall. So what is the role of the firewall? So the firewall role is simple in term of the to just provide the some safeguard, just provide some kind of the security, some kind of the protection, right? In layman example you can understand in this way. I always give this kind of example so you can correlate these things. So let's suppose you build a very beautiful house, very good house, right? The house is very nice. You know, in this house you just equip it with a lot of bedrooms, lot of dining areas you have, kitchen area you have, right? Other valuables thing you put it inside of your homes, other valuable things you put it inside of your home. So this is your beautiful house, and they having a lot of valuable items, lot of costly item. But one thing not put it here. One thing you not put it here. So what is that thing? That is your gate, main gate, entry exit gate. You are not going to put it here. So what is going to happen? So if their entry exit gate is not there, entry could be the exit gate. So if this gate is not there, then what is going to happen? Your building is very beautiful. Your house internal infrastructure is very beautiful. You're having the very good interior design, right? Very costly, very lavish kind of the infrastructure you build inside your house. But you don't have any gates. So anyone going to be enter inside your home, anyone going to be enter inside your home. Let us suppose you are sleeping in the midnight and you don't have someone to take care of your gates. So what is going to happen? So might be someone is going to enter inside your home and take out some valuable item. Might be you go for the movie party, you go for the birthday celebration, you go for the some shopping in the malls, you go for some outing for the any destinations like with a hill station or might be the foreign trip, right? So your house is empty. Nobody is there to take care of house, and even you don't have the gates. So any person can enter inside your house, and if the person is going to enter, they can do anything because there is no protections. So to protect your house, you're the first basic security, basic firewall. Just think about it. Basic firewall, you put it here. That is your gate. That is your entry exit gate. So you put a gate, and after putting a gate, you put a very good lock as well, right? So you put it a gate, you put it a lock. So now if your house is locked and you are sleeping midnight, you are going for the outing, you are going for the shopping. So at least someone is trying to enter your house, they have to struggle. It's not the freedom. They can go anytime and enter your house. No, it's not like that. They have to struggle. And what kind of struggle? Even they want to do some naughty stuffs, unwanted things, they want to get out some kind of the valuable items from your house. Still, they have to, do some kind of the, effort for that. So I'm not saying your house is fully safe even by using this lock. It's not fully safe. There is a chance might be people will come and break this lock. This is the highly possibility. This is the highly possibility people will come and break this lock. So if the people is going to break this lock again, this is going to be high risk for your house. Someone is going to take out some valuable item from your house. This is a high risk again. So you are still not safe. You are still not safe. There is a high chance people will go and take out the some item. So your one layer of the protection, this is your first layer of protection, is also not enough to protect you. So what is my second layer of protection? Second layer of protection, I can put some kind of the dual gate. This could be option. I can put a dual gate. Might be you have seen many houses. One is the wood gate, right? And another is the iron gate. So two gates having a two locks. But it's not like it's again there is a high chance I've seen and people have seen people will break these gates as well. These are the like possibility people can break both gate and go inside and do some kind of naughty stuff. So still it's not 100% proof, 100% full proof you can say my house is safe. No, still there is a chance there is going to be happen some kind of the unwanted activity. So what is my third layer of security I can put it here just to safeguard my house? I can deploy some security guard. I can deploy some kind of a security guard. So security guard will be sitting on the gate, and if my lock is closed, first layer, second layer, both layer my lock is closed. So security guard even available physically on my site or my in front of my home. So there is a less chance to some kind of the unwanted activity is going to be happen. There is a less chance, but what if security guard itself become a threat for you? What, it is possible, right? He himself like wanted to do some kind of the nonsense thing inside your house. So he claimed, I was in washroom, I went for some time or somewhere and someone entered, I'm not aware who was that. Right? This could be the possibility. So still there is a chance you can ask a lot of question to him. You can integrate him, right? You can lodge a police complaint against him, he was deploy himself. So there is like some kind of the restriction is going to happen, but still it's not a foolproof. Still it's not a foolproof. So what is the fourth layer of the deployment? Fourth layer of deployment, if you want to make your homes very secure, so it is a chance you can install the CCTV. So CCTV having a feature, it is going to capture every activities. So I'm not saying this is again 100% full secure. If you install the CCTV, the thefts is not going to happen. It is going to be happen, but there is a high chance if someone is going to do the thefts, they know that I'm under a radar of the CCTV. So my photo is going to be captured, my video is going to be captured, and I'll be easily catched by the police. So this is the high chance. So by deploying this, you having, let's suppose, chance of the theft is 50%, right? Then you just do the dual gate, it is going to reduce by the 40%. You go for the security guard, might be it is going to reduce by the 25%. And if you go for the CCTV, risk is going to be reduced to the 5%. So you can think there is a risk, but there is a low risk. There is a risk. It's not the fully secure, but there is a low risk. Here is the medium risk, right? Or low medium risk. Here you can say the medium risk. Here is the high risk. You can see that. So all the category having a risk, and but the moment you putting the more and more feature, your house is going to be more secure. But if you are going to put that all feature, your cost is going to be high again, right? Your cost is going to be high. Earlier, just you have to pay for your door, single door and lock. So here cost was low. If the cost was low, then you having the high threat probability. You put little bit more cost, you apply the dual gate, wood plus iron. Cost is little bit high, just little bit high, but you having the again like medium level of the risk. If you put the security guard, again your cost is going to be high, then again you having the like lower kind of the risk. And once you put the CCTV, again you having the more and more cost, but again risk is high. So the fundamental of this story, the more sugar you put in the any item, that is going to more sweeter, but it is going to like cost your money, right? So similarly, if you want to secure your house, if you want to secure infrastructure, you have to go with the more and more feature. For that you have to pay the more and more cost. Similarly, this is your infrastructure, this is your house infrastructure, this is the physical infrastructure. For that you are securing that by using that all mechanism. But let's say suppose this infrastructure is not the physical infrastructure, this is the logical infrastructure, then how it is going to be secure? How this is going to be secure? Let's suppose this is not your house, this is might be your company, and your company having a lot of IT assets, your company having a WLC, your company having the printers, your company having the firewalls, your company having the routers, right? It could be the multiple devices. Let me just write it here. Your company having the AP, your company having the routers, right? Your company having some kind of the servers, your company having a laptops, your company having the PC, your company having the WLC, your company having the IoT devices, right? Your company having some other kind of the network devices like the printer as well, right? So etc. You can just think about etc. So these are the devices, and they are inside of your company. So that is about some devices are here, some devices are here, some devices are here, some devices here, some devices here. So these devices, what they need to do, this company, this is your physical boundary of the company, this is your office location, where you sit and do the some kind of the official work. So this is the boundary of your office location. Inside of your boundary, there is a server room. There is like kind of the router is going to be configured. Some kind of the PC is going to be located. Some kind of the uh, like WLC is going to place. Some kind of the access point is going to place. Some kind of the printer is going to place. So who is going to access those devices? So being a user, you are going to access those devices. Being a user, you are going to access those devices, right? So, and these devices also need to talk to some internet or data center. Might be, let's suppose this PC. This is your PC, right? Or this is server. This server need to talk to the internet, right? Because for the update, right? Some kind of the patch updation. So how they are going to the internet? So one is the physical security. Here you having the exit and entry gate. Exit gate, you having the and entry gate you having here, right? So you are going here in and out. You are coming. That is a physical gate. So while going in and out, your company is scanning every activity via the CCTV, via the access card, whatever you have, and the security guards are deploying in front of the company. So they are checking for your all activities, the human activities, whatever the happening, that human activity are going to track by the physical security. That is the physical security guard, access card is going to be required, the CCTV camera. These are all the physical security. So when someone is going inside your company and going out from your company, then you having a lot of kind of the checks available. You are like just checking, and if everything is meeting as per your company norms, then only you are allowing people should go in or out, right? Even someone is going with bags, many company are doing the bag checks while exit employee. Might be he is not taking out some kind of the assets from the company, right? It is possible. I'm inside of the company, I can take one of the AP and go out. I can take one of the colleague laptop and go out. It is a possible, highly chance we can do that, right? Just give me 1 second. It is a highly chance we can not do that, because humans having that kind of the nature. They can sometime do some naughty stuffs. So you are protecting your physical all communication which is happening over the exit and entry gate. Similarly, the laptop user is connected and they are talking to the internet. The laptop user are connected and they are talking to the internet. So they are going, one of the router is connected here. Router is connected via the ISP link, right? So you are from your office. There is another gate. There is another gate to go out, and you are accessing google.com here. You are accessing yahoo.com here. You are watching the Facebook. You are using the Gmail, right? Lot of and etc. Lot of activity you are doing. So might be, let's suppose you are the company employee and you are seated here. Let's suppose it's you, and this is your laptop. This laptop connected with the switch, and this is switch is connected to the router. This laptop company given some kind of the confidential document. This company gives some kind of confidential document which not share to anyone. Which not share to anyone. If you're going to share that document, might be my company is going to lose a lot of revenue. My company is going to lose a lot of revenue. But this employee having intention to you know share those confidential information to their colleague or over the internet, and then because of him company is going to lose a lot of money. So how this thing is going to protect it? Because this is not going to pass via this physical gate. This activity is not going to process via this physical gate. It is going via the logical gate. You can see this is a logical gate. In this place there is no security guard, there is no CCTV camera, there is no some kind of the access method applied here. So this is my logical gate, and this logical gate doesn't having any kind of the checks available. So how I can protect them? How I can protect them? My data should not leak from the company. Might be someone from the internet, let's suppose this is the hacker. He wanted to hack my system, might be this server, this PC, anything he want to hack that. So he is coming from the internet and try to hack. So this is the gate, you can say. And if he can cross this gate and he can hack my system, so again I can lose my company data. Again, I can lose my company data, or I have to pay a lot of money to them in case he just compromise my systems. So this is again a risk. So this gate also must be protected. This gate must be protected. So this is a logical gate and must be protected. So who is going to protect them? We having a device as router. Router having the capability? The answer is no. It's not having the capability to protect the gate. The switch having a capability? No. The switch itself not having capability to protect the gate. So what is the device that is going to help me to protect this all kind of the logical security? So that device known as the firewall. It's not the Fortinet firewall. It's not the supposed firewall. It's not the ASA firewall. It's not like the checkpoint firewall. It's not the Palo Alto. Any firewall, any next generation firewall, if you are going to purchase from the market, they are going to put in front of your company premises and they are going to provide the logical security. I hope you guys understand this little bit theory. So the if you want to achieve the logical security, so any communication is happening through the network. If any communication is happening through the network and you want to protect them, then this logical security come in a picture and it is going to provide the lot of security features. So what are the security feature they are going to provide you? What are the security feature they are going to provide you? So let's say suppose you, I've just given one of the example that the data breach, but there could be the multiple examples. Not only data is important for you. There is a important you having a threat. So what is a threat? So threats are like the virus, like you having the malwares, you having a DOS attacks, right? You having kind of the vulnerability attack. So these are the threats. It could be the any kind of threats. Let's suppose any kind of virus is going to be downloaded, any kind of the vulnerability attack is going to be happen. So those kind of the threats, this threat is going to be available. Threat management device is going to available within the firewalls, next generation firewall, and they are going to scan those threats. Means any kind of suspicious activity which is going to happen, that is going to like available inside the firewall, and those are going to support you to just provide the any kind of the threat related attacks. So for Fortinet specific, if you talk about, we having one of the system that is known as a UTM. So in this device, we having the UTM that known as the Unified Threat Management. This is the one of the feature or tool, or you can just think about the module available. So anything related to threat, if let's suppose Fortinet firewall have to scan all the data, means whatever the user is going to internet, might be user transmitting some kind of the unwanted activity, might be you are clicking some internet based link which having the viruses, which having the any kind of the vulnerability attack kind of the stuff, any spying activity. So this UTM feature, this unified threat management, is a feature available with the FortiGate firewall that is integrated with the multiple security feature into single device. That feature is integrated with the your FortiGate firewall, which provide the single that is a single device but provide the multiple security features. And what are those important capability? Likewise, if you want to scan the antivirus, right? So this is going to help you. So antivirus is going to help you. Intrusion preventions, right? So what is the intrusion? It's again kind of the threats like any kind of the malware and all. Web filtering, web filtering also going to provide any kind of the URL filtering, also going to have any DNS control. We having a separate module, but yes, you can just think about like anything related to security that always going to happen with the help of the UTM. We'll discuss more deep dive how this functionality is going to happen, what all like prerequisites going to happen, and how a step by step configuration is going to be done for this kind of the uh, like support. So let me just show you little bit about the labs also. So let me just grip the little bit idea about the FortiGate firewall. So see, this is a FortiGate firewall. This is our lab topology. Let me see what happened. So this is my FortiGate firewall, right? So let me just log in it. So we'll do the step-by-step deployment as well in upcoming classes. Yes, Nausad, I noted your query. You need a Versa SD-WAN course. Definitely will give that. Okay. Versa SD-WAN. Definitely it's very important. So this is the FortiGate firewall. So you can see here. So I was talking about the like UTM feature. So these are the like web filtering. You want to integrate the intrusion prevention systems, right? Detection system, antivirus, right? Firmware, you can see update and update. So here we having, you can see security profiles. So these are going to do a lot of things. DNS filtering, video filtering, application control, intrusion preventions, SSL inspections, file transfer, application and signature, IPS signature, web rating override, web file overrides. So these are the like different techniques which you're going to use for the different use case scenario. But most of the file transfer, DNS filtering, web filtering, intrusion prevention, application control, these are the part of the UTMs, right? So these all sections, security profiles, like this is the kind of the IDS IPS feature. If you are aware about Cisco, they known as the IPS and IDS. That is basically going to help you to just secure your network by using this next generation features. Any kind of the virus, any spying activity, any kind of the data leak, any kind of the web, if you want to control, that all are going to happen. So we'll do the discuss step by step how these things all is going to be configured in the real firewall, how the profile is going to be created, and how this profile is going to be created, and how the policy is going to be apply, like different protocols, and how we can call them in the policies. So we'll do step by step in a later stage, but we are just discussing about the basic fundamental today. So once we start doing the step by step configuration, then we'll understand. The second thing about the next generation firewall, we have the firewall name itself is a next generation firewall. The firewall its name, someone is going to ask why we call the firewall as a next generation firewall. Many times people come in the interview and ask why we call the firewall as a next generation firewall, and people not having the answer. Trust me, if I ask 10 students or my professional, why next generation firewall? Why not we call simple firewall? Why you use the next generation? So they not having the correct answers because they don't know about this all. Sorry. So we have to understand why this firewall is known as a next generation firewall. So there is a very key concept. I'm just giving the short summary. Okay. We'll discuss in more why next generation firewall in this section. Let me just show you. So you will get understanding why this next generation firewall is going to be important. So we'll have the separate session, okay, stateless and stateful firewall. Then I'll explain each and everything. Why? But you just have to understand there is two types of firewall. One is the legacy firewall, and one is the next generation firewall. So you can see, you can just think about this is the old firewall or legacy firewall, whatever you can think. So this is the old firewall, and this is the next generation firewall, or you can just say new firewall, next generation firewall. So what was old firewall was doing, and what having the problem with the old firewall, that is going to mitigate by the next generation firewall. We have to understand. So see, whenever we talk about the any packets, whenever you talk about the any packet, let's suppose this is my packet, right? So we have to understand in this packet what kind of data we have, what kind of data we have. So let me just draw something here so you guys can let me understand it. Means what kind of content we have in the firewalls. So see, this is the first row. So we having a source MAC. Let me just write it here. So the first field is the source MAC. Yes, MAC. Let me just write here, or yes, M. Again, we having a destination MAC, source IP, right? We having a destination IP. We having the, you know, source port, right? We having a destination port, right? We having the applications, app ID. You can just see what application detail, right? Let me just write from here. So app ID. Then we having some other feature as well, right? But I'm not going to write it here. But last thing, I'll explain what those feature could be based on your content and other parameter, user ID, AD, everything, right? But you just leave it for blank right now. But last, we having the actual content. We know the payload, actual data, or you can just think what this is the actual content. Like you attach one of the Excel file, you're writing one of the email, that actual content. So what is this? So first, two field you known as the layer 2 field, right? We know that this is a layer 2 information. This information is a layer 2. Now what is this? This is known as the layer 3 information, okay? And this is known as the layer 4 information. So this is my layer 4 information, and this is the layer 7 information. So one packet having layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and layer 7, because 5, 6, and 7 are clubbed together in TCP IP model, and this becomes the layer 7 only, right? Last one is the actual data content, as you know, the actual content. So this is actual data content which you are trying to send, right? This is the packet. So if you talk about the old firewall, this firewall having the capability to just understand and process two field, that is the layer 3 and layer 4. This firewall only can allow the traffic based on the IP or port number. That's all. Nothing more than that. In limited case, they having the capability to just understand a little bit application and protocol number, but again, it's a limited. So this was the key things we have to understand. Means the legacy firewall only understand the IP and port numbers. Routers can understand the IP and port number, but they also having very limited capability. It's not like you just having the very difficult to manage those every configuration to just give them security level stuff in the router, because the processing is going to be very high. So this firewall basically, whatever you are just talking about the old firewall, just understand they having a limited packet filter and the port filter capabilities. If you want to do some kind of the inspection based on the application or layer 2, that might be you will struggle. Layer 2 you can do a little bit based on the MAC address, you can do some kind of the blocking and allow. But in application layer 7, let's suppose you want to allow the routing based on the Facebook application, based on the WhatsApp application, based on the YouTube application, based on the Instagram application. You can't do that. You can't do that. They don't have capability to understand the applications in the old firewall, right? So next generation firewall is giving the freedom to inspect the traffic based on the application, do the routing based on the application, do some kind of the traffic management based on the applications. More important thing, apart from this layer 7, they also understand your content. Every content you're sending through the firewall. Earlier there was no content inspection was happening. Whatever content you are sending and receiving, the firewall is going to process. No checks. No checks. But if you are going to use, right, a source port, yes, Ajay, source port and destination port is layer 4, right? Source port, destination port, layer 4. Here you can see source port and destination port, layer 4 only. You're correct. So if you want to do some kind of the inspection based on the content, this was not possible in the legacy firewall. It is only possible in the next generation firewall. So what is the content is going to be carry? So let's say suppose I give you the example. Let's say suppose your company saying PDF file could not be sent through the internet link. Your all PDF file is blocked. So if your PDF file is blocked, then how this is possible? This is a part of the content, because PDF is always going via the content. It's like document, so it's a content. So this is not layer 3, layer 4, and layer 7 application. It's a content. So who is going to understand this PDF file need to be blocked? So next generation firewall, if you're defining the policy, based on this file transfer, file filter, you can see, if you're creating a rule, my file should be blocked based on the different kind of situation. I can create a rule, and based on the creating the rule, I can just add the file type. Let's suppose here you can search the PDF, right? So you'll find this is my PDF file, and this PDF file can be monitored, can be blocked. So if I'm creating the policy, I'm blocking the PDF file. That is possible. So anything, if I want to add more applications, like let's suppose I want to block the Excel file as well. So you can just exe file, Excel file, it's not say Microsoft Office, MS Office. Yeah, you can see if you want to block the MS Office file, this is also possible. You can block the MS file, right? So document, Excel, every file is coming in this PPT. You want to block, that can be blocked. This is a possible. So in the old firewalls, this was not possible. So this is the beauty of the next generation firewall. So next generation firewall not inspecting your only layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and layer 7. They inspect your content. Let's suppose you downloading any file, that file having the virus. So who is going to check the file having the virus or not? So if you are creating the security profile and you are attaching with the security policy, then they are going to understand, like if my file is having any kind of the virus, right? In the HTTP file, SMTP file, POP3, IMAP, FTP, whatever the file I'm just receiving, they having the virus, I want to scan. And if there is a virus, I want to block or monitor. Both options available here. So if I am create a rule and I want to block the antivirus, right? Block virus. So any file having the virus, right? They are going to block. So based on the any file type, this filter is also going to be used. You can use, you can click, and we can deploy, right? Any kind of the, like you want to do the web filtering, like the URL filtering, right? You can block it. We having a lot of URL block. You can just click URL block. You can define the URL, which URL you want to block. This could be the main URL, like you want to block the www.facebook.com, right? So you can block the URLs, whatever you want to do that. So we'll do a step by step how this all is going to be happen, how this all is going to be created. But I'm just saying the story how this is going to be useful in the next generation firewall. So this next generation firewall is a very capable and very sophisticated to meet new next generation security requirement, new digital area security requirement. That's why the next generation firewall come in a picture, because they having the very good versatile feature available in compared to the legacy firewalls. I hope you guys understand it, right? So the UTM is the threat management, unified threat management. Next generation firewall, they also support the VPN services. So virtual private network. We'll do the how the IPsec is going to be created, how the site to site, client to site VPN is going to be created. They having the multiple vendor integration for the meeting the security. You want to integrate with a third party vendor, they are also going to do that. You want to protect with the advanced threat protections, right? So they having the mechanism like advanced threat like potential protection, like the application control, intrusion preventions. So FortiGate firewall utilize the advanced threat detection mechanism, that is a real based on the sandbox and all, right? And that sandboxing feature is going to real-time analysis going to do. Let's suppose I develop everything to protection. Let's suppose I'm the one of the doctor. I develop the all medicines, but one of the new like some kind of the disease arrive in the market, and there is no medicine for that. So how the medicine is quickly going to be created to protect such kind of disease like the COVID? The all medicine are available in the market, but still no one is able to understand the requirement how we can protect the people. So similarly, the advanced threat protection ADP is the feature where the FortiGate firewall use the sandbox feature for the real-time inspection of the traffic, real-time inspection of the signature, real-time inspection of the any kind of the threads, and based on that, they will give you the some kind of the idea how you can trade this like traffic. So Ajay is asking, what is the sandboxing? So sandboxing is nothing. It's like cloud-based, some kind of the very like big data center. You can think they having the very robust algorithm based on the AI, based on the machine learning. So what is happening? Let me just give the example. It's a good question. So let's say suppose this is your firewall. Let me just go on the diagram so you guys can understand this. This is a firewall, right? So this firewall is going to communicate via the internet. Okay. So this firewall is going to communicate with the internet, and you having the all like known signature here. Known means all signature you take in the firewall. So means if any virus is going to match with available signature in the firewall, that are going to be blocked here. But there is a high chance the hackers are developed a new virus, and that signature is not available here. Then how it is going to happen? This is not going to protect it. This is not going to protect it. So you might be have the risk your system is going to be compromised. Your system is going to be compromised. So to protect those kind of the new virus, new signature, there is a feature that is known as the sandbox, right? So sandbox is nothing. Sorry, the pen is not working. Sandbox is nothing. Sandbox is something cloud-based feature that is available from the Fortinet cloud, and your all traffic is going to scan. So means whatever you are doing the communication, they are going to send one copy of the traffic to the sandbox, and this sandbox is going to analyze those traffic, and if it is going to found any kind of the suspicious activity, any kind of the malicious activity, any kind of the threat activity, any kind of vulnerability activity, they are going to report you back. This communication which has been done in the past, you have to block it with the new signature. So you have to pay extra because they are going to do the monitoring real time. So let's suppose like you having the all protection, you having the gate, you having the like security guard, but you deploy the CCTV camera here. So even you are not available and you just start the monitoring. So if someone unknown is going to arrive to your house, you having the figure of those, and you give the alert to the security guard, hey, someone is coming to your house that is unknown, might be very careful. So security guard is going to stop because someone is watching. So security guard cannot say, I'm not aware, because they having evidence, they can see. So similar real-time monitoring, all traffic. If you want to real-time monitoring, sandbox come in a picture and they keep monitoring that all kind of the things. So that's why FortiGate firewalls are a part of the FortiGate or Fortinet security fabric, and they having the advanced threat protection mechanism and detect the any kind of the advanced threats, and also having the mitigation plan as well, and block the sophisticated or like the very new threats such as a zero-day attack. So ATP is a very useful for the our all security domain. In addition of that, we having the web filtering, content filtering, which I showed here. We can see the web filtering, content filtering. This is also like the uh, good feature, and we just have to use SSH and SSL instruction we have that we all have to use, right? So I'm unmuting everyone, and you guys can unmute yourself and ask the question if you have anything till now. Because in last 45 to 6 minutes I am speaking. So if anyone having any question, open question, please feel free to ask so we can have a discussion. So Dhirendra is asking, you can even then unmute yourself. So if you want to have a discussion. So every vendor firewall having the sandbox feature or any specific hardware vendor? No, every vendor firewalls like the Palo Alto also having the wildfire subscriptions, right? This is known as a FortiGate having that zero-day attack is the ATP advanced threat preventions, right? So every like Cisco also having their sandbox, right? Cloud-based monitoring, threat analyzing tools and all. So all are we having there, right? Okay, Dhiran, I hope you got it. Ajay is asking difference between the web filtering and the content filtering. And that's a good question. So what is the web filtering? So web filtering is something, the URL filtering. The web filtering is here. You can see web filtering is the URL filtering. Means you want to filter the URLs based on the URL category. How it is going to happen? So let me show you. Let's suppose you restrict your company employee should not use any drug-based websites. You restrict your company employee not use based on the drug websites. So you can define like the FortiGuard filtering, and you can just define and you can just apply drug abuse, right? This kind of URL is not going to be, used. So you can just block, you can see here, you can just click and you can block it. So you can see this is a block. So drug URL always going to be blocked for your company. Any hacking you want to block, it can be blocked. Any kind of the crypto mining and all, any kind of the abortion, adult gambling, dating, pornography, these all you want to block, you can block. So it means URL category means any URL. So see, in the URL category, whatever the domain you define, right? So domain, once you take from the GoDaddy or any websites, by default there is a logic, there is some kind of a mechanism working in the backend. They analyze the domain contents, right? There is a lot of tools the company use, and based on the contents, they define that domain which category they are belongs. So any domain you have, you can, well-known domain, not all domains, well-known domain, like the Facebook is a well-known public domain, you can just think about it, which can be accessible from the anywhere. That is going to use, that is going to define, and based on the uses and defining the any URL, if you are going to use from such domains, that can be filtered, that can be monitored, that can be allowed, that can be blocked, that can be give the warning and authenticated. Anything going to be happen. So this is the URL. So URL means whatever website you are accessing. Content means the actual packet which having the actual data. Means you are writing the emails. Email you are writing, hey, my name is XYZ. So in email, the XYZ, my name is XYZ, that is your content. In email, you are attaching the Excel file, that is your content. In email, you are sending something as a video attachment, that is your content. You are downloading something internet, might be the virus is there, that is the content. So that is the content. You got it, as a the difference between the URL and the content. Right? So any other question till now, or shall I just give some idea about the FortiGate products? All right, thank you, Ajay. So now you can see here, like once we start this, right? So we having the official book here, right? So we'll go step by step, right? How this step by step configuration is going to be happen. So we'll start from very zero. So the first lab we are going to do that, right? How the initial configuration is going to happen. Let's say suppose you having the very new firewall, right? So how basically you are going to configure those firewall? Yes, flow diagram we'll discuss Fortinet as a later stage, right? So to not today, but later stage we'll have discussion. So let's say suppose you want to configure any of the firewall. How this is going to be configured in the initial stage? How this firewall is going to take the CLI access, GUI access from the very new, from the very scratch. So those kind of understanding you are going to get. What is the default username and password? What is the default IP you have to use to log in the firewall at the first time? So I'll explain step by step, and then we'll just navigate the step by step how the firewall is going to be login, how the Fortinet is going to look like, and we'll do the all testing. So this book is going to cover almost all topic like the VPN. SDWAN not part of this syllabus because this is advanced. So SDWAN we are not going to. We are just going to cover the security features. So policy, zero trust network access, VPN, user authentication, wireless not we are going to touch, and log report, and you can see about the Fortinet security fabric systems and everything. We're going to cover that, right? So this is like the official documentation. We're having a lot of official documentation. We'll go one by one. We'll try to do each and everything. And most important thing, lab can be accessible from anywhere. So you just have to use the URLs, and you just have to, like, similar URL you just have to use. You'll get the URL. You just require the internet access, and after getting the internet access, you just have to put your username and password here, right? And likewise, I'm the admin, so you can just log in the labs. You can navigate your labs based on your rules. You might be have the different labs. You could be the Fortinet lab, someone is the Palo Alto, someone is CCNA, Cisco SD-WAN. We having the suppose Velo Cloud SD-WAN. We having that, Versa SD-WAN. So here not available Versa, but in different ICE labs. So different labs we have, and we can explore those labs anywhere, anytime. So 24 into 7 labs will be available, right? And you guys can do the practice anytime. So there is no problem for the lab as well, right? So this is the best thing, because without lab, I don't think the learning is going to be completed. So once we do the study, the lab is also going to help you to just clarify all your doubts, right? So we're having the very good products for this FortiGate, especially the firewall related. So they're having a major three products. So the one is like we having the Forti analyzer, right? So Forti analyzer is something. Let me just put it here. So we having a Forti analyzer, right? And we having the Forti manager, and we having the Forti clients. So let me just one by one just write it here. So the third one we have in the Forti client. So let me just quickly brief it. So what is these three products, right? When we are going to understand some feature, we can explore based on the license ability, but at least we have to understand, because these are the key things we just have to know about this training durations. So FortiGate firewalls come with the three flavors that having a dependence, that is Fortinet Analyzer, FortiGate Manager, and FortiGate Forti Client side. So Fortinet Analyzer is something just you want to analyze the logs. So centralized tool, right? Centralized tool is system where basically we can do the analysis. What kind of the activity is happening in my network? What kind of logs I have, right? What kind of the reporting I want to collect from my the systems, right? So data, everything you want to analyze, right? Any report you want to put, that is the analyzer is going to do that all jobs. So that is all about the analyzer. Forti manager is single pane of glass. By sitting there, you can do all configuration, you can manage all the firewalls like the panorama in the Palo Alto, right? So we manage in a Cisco SD-WAN. Similar kind of the Forti manager is a centralized management solution that allow organizations to configure, monitor, update multiple FortiGate firewall devices from the single pane of glass, single console, right? Means one of the Forti manager acting as single console. You don't have to log in one by one to all firewalls. Simple definition. So it's a seamless, like the management monitoring system, like the Fortinet Analyzer, and the configuration system is the Fortinet Manager. You can do the security policy, firmware upgradation protest, and other configuration from the Forti Manager. And Forti Client is just the acting as a VPNs, like the global protect we have, Cisco Any Connect we have. So if someone is working from the home, you can see this is the Any Connect VPN. We having the G Scaler, that is a GPA VPN. You can see here, this is GPA. So this is a, sorry, this is the client connector, not GPA. GPA is one of the products. So this is the client connector. Similar, we having the Forti client. So Forti client is an endpoint protection solution. Means if you're working from the remote and you just want to provide some kind of the capability to just protect your devices from the antivirus, anti-malware, VPN capability for the desktop, laptop, and mobile, it's help to secure devices connecting to the network, whether you are in the corporate network or might be the remote network. So this Forti client is a very useful. So this is going to come in under the site to site VPN. Is the, we just have to do the FortiGate firewalls, but the Fortinet client is going to for the client to site remote VPNs, right? So this is all about the FortiGate firewall features. We understand about the FortiGate solution. So I hope you guys are happy till now. Any further question, please feel free to ask. So I'll probably help you to justify. Yes, G-Scalar classes is available. So the G-Scalar class, anyone looking to join, they can join. Uh, yeah. So this G-Scalar is now available with us. Anything else, guys? Any question? Any suggestion? Any feedback you want to give, or we are good for today? All right. So I believe it like looks all good from everyone. So I'm just stopping my sharing, and I wish you all the best for everyone. Right. See you in the next class. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.